All right, we are ready to start the final series of the first round. The Cardinals and the Phillies. They're going to take on the Atlanta Braves. The winner will take on the Braves. And so here we are. We have Steve Carlton will be starting for the Phillies on the mound. And yes, Jimmy Rollins beat out Larry Boa. Sacrificed a little bit of defense for more offense. But yeah, that is going to put the Phillies in fielding 2 by 1 point. And then you have the Cardinals line up. Bob Gibson on the mound for the Cardinals. Had to put McGuire in there. He only hit 296, I believe, something like that, but 70 home runs. You know, come on, you got to put him in there. So that's the lineups, the way they look, and we are ready to get things going here. Billy Hamilton will lead it off for the Phillies, not the Billy Hamilton for the Reds that stole, I don't know how many bases or steals how many bases, but I mean, this guy stole 98, so maybe the Billy Hamilton of the Reds is reincarnated, and you know, this guy. This guy played in 1894, so hit 404, 98 stolen bases, 523 on base. He'll be leading off 34, 31, fly out to center. 1 away. He is facing Bob Gibson though, so 31 is an 8. Pop out to third. Scott Rowland, third base for the Cardinals. Chuck Klein, a 32 to 26. Grounds out to second. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of 1, Willie McGee to lead things off for the Cardinals. 25, that's 11. That is a single stolen base. Man on second, Stan the Man. 14's a 30. And he flies out to left. The runner has to hold. Brings up Rogers Hornsby, a 400 hitter, 722 slugging, and a 55 is a 7. That is a single, and Willie McGee will score. 1-0 Cardinals. RBI single for Rogers Hornsby. Brings up Mark McGuire, 15 is an 8. And he grounds out to the first baseman, who flips to the pitcher, Steve Carlton. Ryan Howard is playing first. So it's a 3-1, 2 outs. Hornsby to second. Ducky Medwick, 12 to 25. And that is a double play. Line drive, lines out basically to the shortstop. But 1 run for the Cardinals. Take a quick 1-0 lead as we go to the second inning. Ryan Howard, 61's a 41. And he reaches first on an error by Ozzie Smith. A rare error for Ozzie Smith. 16's a 28. And it's a fielder's choice for Ashburn. Howard is out going to second. So 1 away. Brings up Chase Utley with the man on first. 53's an 18. and he is grounds out to short. 6-3, 2 down, and Ashburn motors to second. Runner on second with 2 down. Spud Davis, 56. A 14, that's a walk. First and second now with 2 down. Mike Schmidt, 56, and he strikes out. And that will end the inning with no damage done. Bottom of 2, Albert Pujols. 33 is a 5, that's a double. Leadoff double for Pujols brings up Scotty Rowland. 31's a 9. And he's out at first, runner to third. The man on third with 1 out. Ted Simmons at 36, a 14. And he walks. First and third, Ozzie Smith. 61, the 23, and that is the old game called because of rain result, which we're going to disregard that. Ozzie gets another roll. 16 is a 28, and they're playing deep. It's a 6-4-3 double play. So Ozzie hits into the inning-ending double play. No runs for the Cardinals. Top of 3. J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins to lead things off. 13's a 14. And that will be a leadoff walk for Jimmy Rollins. Sliding Billy Hamilton, 23, 29, and a Y is a strikeout, so Billy Hamilton strikes out. And Jimmy Rollins still on first, Delahanty, 46, 40, and Jimmy Rollins is going to be caught stealing for the second out. And Delahanty is still up. 32-26. With nobody on. 26, and he grounds out to second. 4-3. Bottom of the third, Willie McGee, top of the order. 16, 28, grounds out to short. And Musial, 41, 24, and he grounds out to short. Yep. Rogers Hornsby, 16 is a 28, and he grounds out to short. So Jimmy Rollins taking care of business for the Phillies. Top of 4, Chuck Klein, and Chuck Klein has just tied it up. It's a solo homer. 1-1 ball game now. Ryan Howard, 51's an 8, and he pops out to the third baseman, Scotty Rowland. Richie Ashburn, 43's a 29. And an X is a strikeout. That is a strikeout. 2 down, nobody on. Chase Utley, 15 is a 10. That's a single. (62-36) with a man on first. Wild pitch, runner to second. Man on second now, Spud Davis. 51 is an 8. And he grounds out to third. But a solo home run for Chuck Klein ties the game up at 1. We move to the bottom of the 4th. And Big Mac, Mark McGuire, will lead it off. He hits a sharp liner, sharp grounder to the shortstop for 1 out. 24, and Ducky Medwick strikes out. Pujols, who doubled his first time up, and he pops out to third. And we move to the top of the 5th. Mike Schmidt to lead it off for the Phillies. 36, 33. And he flies out to Y as a strikeout. So he strikes out for the second time in the ball game. Jimmy Rollins, 62, 32. Flies out to right. Back to the top of the order, and Billy Hamilton, 26, a 12, and he grounds out to third. Bottom of 5. Scott Rowland, 34, 31 is a fly out to center. Ted Simmons, a 43 to 29, and that is a strikeout. He's up Ozzie, 52, 27, and that is a strikeout. Three up, 3 down. Top of 6. 1-1 ball game. Delahanty, 54. 32 is a fly out to right. Chuck Klein, who homered last time up, 25, is a 7. That is a single. He's up Ryan Howard with the man on. 16, though. A 13 is a strikeout. 2 down and a man on first. Richie Ashburn, 44, 7. 7 is a ground out to third. That will do it for the Phillies in the top of the 6th. And timeout. Okay, we're ready to go now. Bottom of 6. Willie McGee to lead it off. Top of the order. 62, and he strikes out. Steve Carlton. Stan Musial, 12, 25. And 25 is a X is a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Carlton. Actually, that's 4 in a row now. Rogers Hornsby, a 54, 32, fly out to right for the third out. Move to the 7th. Still 1-1 ball game. Somebody's going to have to break out here in a minute. 34, 31, that's a fly out to center. And Virgil Davis, 65, he fouls out to the catcher, his counterpart, Ted Simmons. Mike Schmidt, 36, 33, and Y is a strikeout, so he strikes out for the third time in the ball game. Bottom of 7. Mark McGwire is going to lead it off again. 64, and that is a walk. So 1 on Ducky Medwick. 13's a 14, that's 2 balls on the batter. 62, a 40. And McGwire makes a bad decision. Gets thrown out stealing. Ducky Medwick of 51's an 8. He's going to pop out. Brings up Albert Pujols with 2 away and nobody on. A 22. There's a double. Second double of the game for Pujols. Scotty Rowland. There's an 11 is a 0. That is going to bring the runner home because he's either going to hit a home run or a double. Few chances for triples, but home run or a double. 54, and it is a double. Back-to-back doubles. RBI double for Rowland. So 2 down and a man on second, Ted Simmons. 15, that's a 7. That is a single, and that's going to score Rowland. So Carlton slipping here a little bit. 2 away though, man on first. And Ozzie Smith could be the last batter for Carlton. 35, 39. Runner on first. And Ted Simmons gets thrown out stealing. Not sure who's making those calls, but 2 caught stealings in the inning will end it, but 2 runs for the Cardinals. We move to the top of the 8th. Bob Gibson's trotting back out there with a 2-run lead now, 3-1. Jimmy Rollins, a 45. That's going to be a walk and a stolen base. Brings up the top of the order, a man on second, Billy Hamilton, 13. And that's a 14. It's going to be a walk. And obviously he cannot steal second because there's a man on second. First and second now, nobody out. Delahanty, 14's a 30. Flies out to left. And the runners have to hold. Dang, I should have bunted them over. Chuck Klein, 16's a 28. First and second at 28. Double play. It's a 6-4-3 double play. That's going to do it. And the Cardinals get out of it. Coaching blunder there. Probably should have bunted them over. But that's water under the bridge now. And there's going to be a pitching change for the Phillies as we move to the bottom of the 8th. And the new pitcher for the Phillies will be Richard Farrell. He's an A with a Y. And he has... Ozzie Smith is still up because Ted Simmons was caught stealing. So, new pitcher. 36. 14, that's a walk. Not the way you want to start off. The inning, a 65 is a 35, runner on first. He fouls out to the catcher. And Ozzie will be staying on first. Stan Musial, 42, a 9, it's a single. And Ozzy goes to second. First and second now with one out. Rogers Hornsby at 26 is a 12. Could be a double play. No, it's a fielder's choice. Musial is out. 6-4. And Ozzy goes to third. But Hornsby beats out the double play attempt. First and third now with Mark McGuire. And they will walk McGuire. That loads the bases for Ducky Medwick. 35 is an 8. And he flies out to right for the third out. So no runs for the Cardinals. Last call for the Phillies, top of 9. It's going to be Ryan Howard, Bob Gibson. Try to complete it out. 14. He flies out to left. Richie Ashburn at 32 is a 26, and he grounds out to second. Chase Utley trying to get something going, and he does. They double. Man on second. 3-1 ball games. There's going to be a pinch hitter for the Phillies. Timeout. And it's going to be Fred Cy Williams. Hit 41 home runs on the year in 1923. So man on second. Fred Williams. 2 down. Top of 9. 13 is a 14. And that is a walk. So that will be, make it first and second now. Mike Schmidt struck out 3 times today against Bob Gibson. First and second, 2 down. 21, say 30. He flies out. Let's see, flies out to the left. Flies out to left to end the ball game. A little bit of a threat there in the 9th. But the Cardinals prevail 3-1. And I will be back with the totals in just one moment. Okay, game 1 totals look like this. Cardinals 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Phillies 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors. Carlton 7 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. And Bob Gibson 9 innings, complete game, 6 strikeouts and 5 walks. 1 solo homer to Klein, Chuck Klein. Some of the batting totals, 4 hits. 2 guys got hits, Klein and Chase Utley. Both 2 for 4, and everybody else was 0 for. And for the Cardinals, Pujols 2 for 3, 2 doubles. And Hornsby 1 for 4. RBI. So that is going to wrap up game 1 in this best of 3 series. The winner will advance to play the Braves. So Cardinals take game 1, and that is going to do it for today. So tell them tomorrow, game 2 will be tomorrow. Take care and God bless.